Good morning, class 9. Today we will start a new chapter, Reach for the Top, part 1. It is about Santosh Yadav. Maybe some of you know who was Santosh Yadav. She climbed the Mount Everest 2 times. She was a very strong girl. She was a girl who had strong willpower and determination, and due to these qualities she could fulfill what she wanted to. Now let us see what information do we get through this lesson. Santosh Yadav, the only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice, was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing, and a daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. Now, as you will find some important information about Santosh Yadav, you must keep a pencil with you so that you can underline. The first 2 lines are important because they tell us why Santosh Yadav is so important. What is different? She was the only woman in the world. She is the only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest 2 times. And she was born in such a society where the birth of a boy was always very happily welcomed, although people did not consider girls as a curse, but they were not very happy when a girl was born in a family. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing, assumed that she wanted a son. But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was also surprised. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing. That means he blessed that a girl be born in their family. And as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Santosh was born the 6th child in a family with 5 sons, a sister to 5 brothers. She was born in the small village of Joniavas of Rewari district in Haryana. So, Santosh Yadav was born in such a family where girls were equally welcomed as boys, and she was the 6th child in her family. She had 5 brothers and she was their only sister. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment, means satisfaction. But Santosh was not always content with her place in a traditional way of life. It shows that she was never satisfied with what kind of life she had to lead. She wanted to do something extraordinary in her life. She began living life on her own terms from the start. That means she wanted to live a life that would suit her. She did not want to follow the traditional way of living, but she wanted to live the way she desired. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. She did not dress up like other girls used to dress up traditionally wearing Indian dresses. She did something different. She wanted to do, she had the desire to do what she wanted. And if you take up the dressing style, she wore shorts. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I chose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me. Now see what kind of difference in thinking she had. Generally we see that we don't expect the society to change. The society wants us to change. If we want to do something different, if we want to dress up differently, if we want to do anything different, then the society expects that we will change. We don't expect the society to change. But this was not the case with Santosh Yadav. She said that if she knew she was doing something that was correct and that was rational, that means she could give a proper reason, she could give a genuine reason why she wanted to do a particular thing, then she said that the society will have to change. She will not change for the society. She will not bow down before the society. The society will have to accept what changes she will make. So this was a big difference between Santosh Yadav and other people, especially girls. Santosh's parents were affluent landowners. Affluent means they were rich landowners who could afford to send their children to the best schools, even to the country's capital. So they were rich enough to send Santosh and other children in the house. They had 5 boys and 1 girl, Santosh. So they had enough money to send their children to the best schools even in country's capital, that was Delhi, New Delhi, which was quite close by. But in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. Make do means she had to adjust. Although her parents had enough money that they could have sent Santosh and other children also in their family to different schools to study, even they could have sent them to New Delhi to study, but they were not sent, and Santosh had to adjust with a local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived. And the right moment came when she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. When she was 16 years old, like other girls in the village who were forced to get married when they were 16, even her parents pressurized her, told her that now she was 16 years and she should get married. But she did not obey her parents as far as this decision was concerned. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get proper education. So she was determined that first she should get proper education, she should study as much as she wanted to, and she threatened her parents that if she would not be allowed to study, then she would not marry throughout her life. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part-time to pay her school fees. Look at her determination. Her parents refused to give money as school fees, and they thought that if they will not pay the school fees, if they will say that they will not give the money for school fees, then automatically she will not study anymore and she will get married. But because she was so determined, she had strong willpower and determination, so she said that very politely she told her parents that if you don't want to pay for my school fees, no problem, I will do part-time job, from that I will earn enough money to pay my school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. When they saw that she is so determined and she is ready to do part-time job to pay her school fees, then they agreed to pay the school fees so that she could continue her education. Wishing always to study a bit more, and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examinations and went to Jaipur. So finally, when the parents saw that Santosh will not surrender like this, she will continue to study. She wanted to study more and more every year. So finally, her parents also adjusted with her nature and Santosh passed her high school examinations and went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. Santosh remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. Aravali Hills are very famous, children. I used to watch villagers from my room, from the hostel room, going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. So, this was the starting point, you can say, how she was inclined towards mountaineering. When she used to stay in the Kasturba hostel, she used to watch the villagers climbing up the Aravali hills, and after some time they used to disappear, they used to vanish in the hills. Now she was very curious to find out where did these villagers vanish. One day I decided to check it out myself. That means she herself wanted to climb up the Aravali hills to see where did the villagers vanish every day. One day I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. When she climbed the Aravali hill one day, she found nobody there but some mountaineers climbing the hills. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in the affirmative. That means the mountaineers said, yes, you can join us, and motivated me to take to climbing. They encouraged Santosh to take to climbing. That means to take up climbing as her profession. Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. Now she never turned back. She never looked back. That means now this was the starting point of her mountaineering career, and she continued to climb higher and higher mountains and mountain peaks and became the first woman to climb the Mount Everest 2 times. Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in the course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on the 19th of May. And I was supposed to be in Uttarkashi on the 21st. So I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. So look at her determination. She did not go back home because there was no time in between. She went directly to pursue her training. I had to write a letter of apology. Apology means to say sorry. I had to write a letter of apology to my father, without whose permission I had got myself enrolled in Uttarkashi. That means she did not inform her parents. She did not take the permission of her parents while she joined the Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. But because she wanted to become a mountaineer, she wanted to fulfill her aim in life, so her strong determination did not stop her. Therefore, Santosh went on an expedition every year. Thereafter, Santosh went on an expedition every year. Her climbing skills matured rapidly. That means she improved her climbing skills every time she climbed a new mountain. Her climbing skills matured rapidly. She became a better mountaineer. Gradually, she improved her climbing skills. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to cold and the altitude. Altitude means height. Gradually, as she was climbing more and more mountains, as she was able to improve her climbing skills, so she developed resistance. That means now she could easily bear the cold climate and the high altitude. Equipped with an iron will, that means her strong determination, strong willpower. Equipped with an iron will, physical endurance. Physical endurance means physical capacity to bear. Physical capacity to bear, to tolerate the difficulties that will come in her way. These difficulties can be related to very cold climate. These difficulties can be related to great heights, because as we go higher, the oxygen level goes down and people have breathing problems. That is why you must have seen that mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders with them. So because she had such a strong will, she had such a strong determination, she could she could always improve. She kept on improving her physical capacity to bear the problems that might come in her way. Physical endurance and an amazing mental toughness. Mentally also, she became stronger and stronger. She became tough. That means she was now more determined. Mentally also, she became more determined, more she had more strength, she had more power now to bear any kind of trouble, to tolerate and overcome any kind of trouble that might come in her way of climbing mountains. Equipped with an iron will, physical endurance, and an amazing mental toughness, she proved herself repeatedly. She proved herself that she could do anything. She could do anything like men could do. She proved herself that she is going to achieve her aim of mountaineering. She is going to overcome bravely all troubles that might come in her way, and she will prove to be a successful mountaineer. The culmination of her hard work and sincerity came in 1992. Culmination means her highest point. The highest point of her achievement came in 1992, just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravalli mountaineers if she could join them. At barely 20 years of age, underline this, it is a very, very important information regarding Santosh Yadav. At only 20 years of age, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest. When she was only 20 years old, she could climb the Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. To achieve this great thing, she became the first woman, the youngest woman in the world to achieve this extraordinary to fulfill this extraordinary aim, and she was able to climb the Mount Everest. This was something very, very extraordinary for Santosh Yadav, and also a proud moment for India. If her climbing skills, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the hearts of fellow climbers. If her climbing skills, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, that means all her seniors were greatly impressed by the way she used to climb, her physical fitness, and her mental strength, and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the hearts of her fellow climbers. All those who used to climb with her, they were greatly impressed by her desire to work together. She did not want to achieve everything alone. She had the spirit of togetherness. She wanted to work in cooperation, and she wanted to take her fellow climbers along with her to accomplish the task. So everybody used to be very happy, and they used to praise her for the teamwork, for the team spirit which she had. During the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided special care to a climber who lay dying at the South Pole. She was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh, who would have met with the same fate had she not shared her oxygen with him. As I just told you, that mountaineers have to carry oxygen cylinders with them. So this paragraph shows that Santosh Yadav had always the spirit to help others. As soon as she saw anybody was in trouble, any fellow climber was in trouble, they wanted her help, she was eagerly willing to help them. And due to this helpful nature, she could save the life of a climber, Mohan Singh, who desperately needed oxygen to survive. She shared her oxygen with Mohan Singh and saved his life. Within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition that invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time. Underline this. When she was invited by the Indo-Nepalese women's expedition, she at this time was the scaled the Mount Everest for the second time at this time of her life, thus setting a record as the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice. So at this time she made another record of being the only woman who had climbed Mount Everest 2 times, and securing for herself and India a unique place in the annals of mountaineering. That means, as far as mountaineering is concerned, she brought name and fame not only for herself but also for her country, India. In recognition of her achievements, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the nation's top honors, the Padma Shri. Describing her feelings when she was literally on top of the world, Santosh has said, it took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. Enormity of the moment. Children, this line is very important because it tells you how Santosh Yadav felt when she climbed Mount Everest. Enormity of the moment means that great moment. Look what she is saying. I am reading again. Describing her feelings when she was literally on top of the world. That means when she was on the peak of Mount Everest, when she was on top of the world, she is saying that it took some time to sink in that feeling. It took some time to digest that feeling that she has scaled the Everest. She is now on top of the world. It took some moments for her to adjust this feeling within herself. Within herself, she was not able to digest this quickly. It took some time to sink in this feeling that now she is on the top of the world. She has scaled the Everest. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor. That means she then hoisted the Indian flag there on top of the Everest. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world. She held the Indian flag high on top of the world. Held it aloft, that means held it high on the top of the world, on the roof of the world. The feeling is undescribable. Yes, of course. Just try to imagine her feelings. This feeling is indescribable. Obviously, it can't be expressed in words. The feelings that one is on top of the world, an Indian, especially a woman, is on top of the world. She has become the youngest woman to have scaled the Mount Everest 2 times. She is an Indian, and unfurling the Indian flag there on the roof of the world, you can just imagine what a proud moment it would have been in the life of Santosh Yadav. It cannot be expressed in words. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on top of the world. It was truly a spiritual moment. Seriously, it would have been a godly moment, a spiritual moment for her. She can't describe it in words. I felt proud as an Indian. Also, a fervent environmentalist. Fervent means an environmentalist having a strong feeling towards environment. A person who wants to save the environment, who has a very strong feeling towards saving environment. Also a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So not only did she accomplish this extraordinary task of climbing the Mount Everest, she also did a great task of saving the environment by bringing 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. This shows that she is also equally concerned about saving the environment. That is why the writer has called her a fervent environmentalist. So, what do you learn from this chapter? We learn that if a person has strong willpower and determination, he can achieve anything. Whether you are living in a society where women are not allowed to do such and such thing, although now we are not living in such a society. We are living now in such a society where women are doing even more. Girls are doing, women are doing even more than the boys or than men. So if you have strong willpower and determination, if you really want to do something great in life, no social values can stop you, no societies can stop you, no traditional customs of your family can stop you. You can overcome every big or small obstacle that come in your way, and you will be able to fulfill your aim. So with this positive note, we finish this chapter. See the PDF for the question answers. Thank you. Have a nice day.